Hello everyone. I just want to keep on for the last topic about low yield of the glass and how to utilize solar energy or prevent energy loss for the buildings. Today I would like to know how much we contribute to cutting down the greenhouse emission. So proper use of glass for good performance glass and could cutting down or avoid the footprint or avoid carbon dioxide emission. So everyone living in the world, we're gonna have carbon emissions for everyone. So you can go to the website, for example, RAN website. You can do by yourself on to check how much you produced for a year of carbon dioxide for your activities, for your daily lives. For example, mine is 15.4 tons per year. Canadian average is 19.1 tons, and United States average is 18.4 tons per person. And world average is 4.9 tons. What is that mean for 15.4 tons of carbon emissions? That equivalent of 13 trees cutting down per year, or 497 square feet of sea ice loss, or equivalent to the 38,160 miles driven in an average car, even equivalent to 3 cows burping per year. I didn't realize how much gas burping or farting from cows. That's a huge loss. So you better to cut down to eat beef. Or 12 flights from Los Angeles to Paris. So let's get started to know what is the glass composition. The glass composition lists 4 major parts. One is from silicon dioxide, or sodium oxide, or calcium monoxide, or magnesium oxide. So this is the percentage count together to 100%. But you want to produce the glass, you need to use raw materials. So for example, silicon, we have to use sand. Considering the sand is pure, so we still use 74.1 pounds to produce 100 pounds of glass. Our soda ash, we need to use 27.7 pounds. Our limestone to use 8 pounds. Our magnesium salt, you need to use 6.51 pounds. These raw materials. As raw materials, they have stored carbons in the raw materials or in the stone, which is the red numbers is the carbon stored in the stone. When you produce the glass, they're gonna release, which is you produce 100 pounds of the glass, you're gonna have 18.41 pounds of carbon released from the raw materials. This one part of carbon that's stored in the stone in the raw materials. But at the same time, you need to melt the raw materials to decompose the materials, which you need 5.8 gigabytes of net energy consumption. So with assuming use natural gas, which is 1 ton of glass, you need 5.8 gigabytes of natural gas. So you can go to the website and find out 1 gigabyte will equals to 177.778 kilowatts per hour or 1 hour. So which is 5.8 gigabytes equals 1611.11 kWh. So, and also we can use the publicly published the conversion factors to find out this energy 1611.11 kWh equals 296.23 kilograms of carbon dioxide release per ton of glass. So it's also 29.6 pounds of carbon dioxide of emission per 100 pounds of glass produced. Is the same. And also plus you previously released from the raw materials of stones the carbon dioxide, which is 18.41, added together, you will come to 48.01 pounds of carbon per 100 pounds of glass produced. If you go to Carbon Trust website, you'll find out natural gas kilowatts kWh converted to carbon dioxide that release how much, and then you can convert the energy, natural energy you used for to melt the glass. So how much the glass contribute to avoid emission? So considering double pane glass is quarter-inch glass combined to another quarter-inch glass with spacer to build double pane glass. And also we're considering triple pane glass is 6 mil or quarter-inch of the glass combined together to build triple pane glass. That's for most commercial applications. So we know double pane glass, the weight is 6.54 pounds per square feet and 9.84 pounds per square feet for triple pane. So for the energies we normally use for the energy we use for our daily life for commercial or residential. So we're gonna have majority of heating for the residential and the majority of energy consumed for the daylight commercial, and heating cooling for the commercial too. So this is how the energy we used for our human beings activities. So like we have is 1 pound of glass, we're going to emit 0.48 pounds of carbon dioxide. So we can convert it to per 1 square foot of double pane, because 1 square foot double pane glass is 6.54 pounds. You times the unit conversion to the carbon, which is 0.48, you get 3.14 pounds of carbon emitted per 1 square feet of double pane glass, or 4.73 carbon released to produce triple pane glass. So then we can get how much of the carbon we can use for. That's how we get for double pane glass. We gonna produce 3.14 pounds of carbon. For triple pane glass, we can produce 4.7 pounds of carbon. We can release for that one to the air. So according to AGC Glas, every pounds of carbon dioxide we used to mold to produce the glass, we're gonna equal to avoid 8 times of carbon released to the air to avoid. So it means we use 1 pound of glass with low E, so we can avoid to 8 pounds of carbon released to the air. We save that one. So assuming average glass companies in Alberta, for example, a year probably they're gonna install 75,000 square feet of the glass. Just considering this as assuming. So and then as average 70% considering double pane glass, 30% is triple pane glass. So in weight, double pane, we're gonna have this square footage because this 70% of 75,000 for the double pane, and this is for triple pane glass square footage of a year per one company we're gonna install it. This is the weight we convert it, because this square footage with times the weight 6.54 triple pane glass with times 9.84, that we know the weight we installed totally. Then we convert it into the carbons from what we produced glass, gonna release to the air. So totally for a year, we're gonna have 986 tons. 986 tons of carbon received, because every tons, this is what we produced, because this is how much we used for the installation a year for one company. So totally, we're assuming in Alberta, for example, 100 glass companies in Alberta. So totally, with times 100, we know a year we have carbon avoided to release to the air due to our installation of the glass for the heating, for the lighting, or for the cooling. We avoid more carbon dioxide released to the air. This about 1 year in Alberta, we avoid 98,575 tons. So this is our footprint we cut in Alberta for a year from the glass company, from the glass installation for the buildings, either from the commercial or residential. I hope this briefly introduced about the carbon emission in Alberta. We avoided to give you understand to prevent better environment, and I hope you enjoy it.